Chris here, and in this video I'm going to show you all of the stuff that I bought at the recent Nexus Toy Fair. You've heard me talk about Nexus quite often on this channel. It's a quarterly toy fair held here in Perth, Western Australia. This is the first event of the year, 2026. So myself and my table mate Adrian, we packed up our stuff, made our way down there, and yeah, it was a busy day. We're on our feet for 3-4 hours, but it was a steady stream of customers. Adrian was selling a lot of Pokemon stuff. He'd just come back from a family trip in Japan, so he did very well, and I was selling more modern and vintage He-Man and Ninja Turtles, kind of Marvel and DC stuff. But it was a great turnout, as always is at Nexus. I managed to get some video footage, as you're about to see, and I managed to pick up a few interesting things as well, including this. You might be thinking, what in the world is that? Well, I'll explain it shortly. Let's go. As I said in the intro, Nexus Toy Fair is a quarterly toy fair that sells toys, hence the name, but also comics, Pokemon cards, very popular, Lego, Star Wars, all manner of things, and yeah, just kind of retro stuff, but also modern stuff. And myself and my mate Adrian were selling, as we have been for the last couple of years, and it's always good just to talk to people and make new friends and all that kind of stuff, and just see the wonderful stuff on display. So the next Nexus, as you can see here, is on Saturday the 18th of April in Victoria Park. It's also one before that, the Collector's Zone Fair, which is similar, and that's up north on the 8th of March. So a couple of events to look forward to. So both of these are quarterly, and both of these are the places to be if you want to relive your youth or are just feeling a bit nostalgic. It was rather busy, as you can probably see by the footage that you've just seen, but I did have a chance to walk away from the table I was selling at and have a bit of a look. The first things I bought were actually from my table, from Adrian, the guy who I was selling with. He was getting rid of a lot of his Masters of the Universe vintage stuff, and I knew that I did want a Ram Man, one of my favourite characters growing up. I did have both of these figures as a child in the 80s, so yes, I grabbed the Ram Man and the Orko from him, so thank you, Adrian. So Ram Man is from 1982, and he's in pretty good shape actually. So both of these figures aren't particularly difficult to find, they're not rare, but yes, he's in pretty good shape, old Ram Man, and he comes complete with his axe and one of his braces. These stickers are usually kind of fallen off or whatever, so yes, pretty cool. And his action feature, it's got a little button on his leg, and he rams, hence the name. So yes, pretty cool. So I do like that action feature. All of the Masters of the Universe figures did have, pretty cool action features. There we go. So there's Ram Man, and right behind him we've got 1983 Orko. We know both of these characters from the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe cartoon, obviously. Orko was the troublemaking, mischievous, unintentionally bad magician, and yes, he comes complete with his little hat, and he doesn't have the rings, the little magic rings that he would come with, which are very hard to find, but he does come with his ripcord. And what you would do is you would put that through his stomach here, and let's see if I can actually do this while on camera. Let's get Ram out of the way, and he's got a little kind of whatever that is that would spin, and it just kind of moves around like it's doing some kind of ballroom dance. So it kind of still works after 40 years, but yes, Drag Store and the Road Ripper have a similar function where you have a ripcord and you just pull it. Maybe it doesn't work so well in this surface, but you can kind of see that spring just kind of pivots. So yes, happy to get a couple of Masters Universe vintage figures. I don't have a lot of vintage figures. Most of the stuff I have is from Origins, a couple of Masters Universe classics, and the excellent Masterverse. But there we go, my first two pickups of the day, Ram Man and Orko. Staying on brand, and these are some Masters of the Universe party decorations. So pretty simple, just some cardboard, but in pretty good condition. They are from a vendor who always has the goods, and he had 2 Skeletor, 2 He-Man. So these are face masks with very tiny holes for the eyes. Obviously they're child sized, and you would cut these out. So these are from 1988, and they are from Brazil. So I'd never seen these before. I had to do a bit of a Google lens just to figure out what they were. But yes, vintage Brazilian Masters of the Universe kind of party decorations, I guess. Is not something I was expected to see. So we've got Skeletor, we've got Beastman, Triclops, Merman, Snake Mountain, just like it looks in the cartoon, Evil Lyn, and Skeletor up the top there, and the familiar Masters of the Universe logo. So yes, clearly you would cut these out, put some string in, that would be the mask, and these would be little standees. And here we have his good nemesis. So here is He-Man. I just love the artwork of these things. Masters of the Universe, probably more than any other property, just has some very unique, interesting cultural artifacts like this. They were just licensed on everything. And if you watched a recent video from Pixel Dan, you would have seen that he spent $2,000 on a Masters of the Universe toothbrush. So they put He-Man and Skeletor on everything. So here we have He-Man, again cut out the eyes. We've got Teela, He-Man and Battle Cat without any of his weapons. Orko, who we just looked at. Castle Grayskull with these 2 points at the front, which are a bit different. Man-at-Arms, and He-Man with his weapons there. So very interesting. I wasn't expecting to see these. I'm just going to leave them as they are and somehow try and fit them in like a plastic sleeve or something to display them. But a He-Man and a Skeletor, yes, they're a bit creepy, but a lot of early and even late Masters of the Universe stuff kind of has that very interesting feel. So as I said, these are from 1988, which is quite late in the Masters of the Universe franchise at that time. So there we go, a couple of interesting cardboard pieces. Moving from He-Man to Batman, so not quite as old and not quite as creepy looking. These are stickers from 1995, Batman Forever, and I've talked about my guilty pleasure love of Batman Forever, the movie, and quite a few times on this channel. So these are obviously stickers, and you would put these, you put your name on them, put them on your school books or whatever. So we've got some classic art, which I've never actually seen from Batman Forever merchandising. So we've got Riddler, Batman, and Two-Face there as well. It's portrayed by Tommy Lee Jones, Riddler obviously by Jim Carrey, Batman by Val humour. And these are made by a company called Wiz Instant Names. I don't know what that is. Don't know if it's Australian or what, but I guess they would. Yeah, it's a printing company, and you can put your name on there, I guess. So yeah, there's some stickers. Nothing on the back. And here is something a bit more different. These are 5 plastic name plates. So they're actually a bit thicker. They're not stickers as such, but you would kind of punch these out and I don't know, put them on your door or whatever. And we've got Robin and the awesome Batmobile as well, and the familiar Batman Forever logo. So again, something I wasn't expecting to see, some Batman Forever stickers. Very cool. In the last 10-15 minutes, as the crowds were winding down, I did one last lap and I saw these for $8. So these are a set of 4 McDonald's Happy Meal, I don't know, lenticular discs. They've got belt clips on them, so I suppose you could put them on your belt. But yes, they were available at McDonald's. I don't know if they're Australian only, but as you can see, they've got all main 4 characters. We've got Robin here, so yes, depending on how you do it. Lenticular technology was very popular in the 90s on trading cards, comic book covers, all that kind of stuff. We got Batman, and we got Two-Face here. Pretty cool. I just love the artwork on the merchandising of the Batman Forever. It's very unique and distinct. And finally, Riddler with those cool little bat bombs. So I already had a couple of these. I think the Batman and the Robin, but not the complete 4 set. So for $8, it was hard to say no to these. So that kind of completes my Batman Forever. Well, it doesn't really complete them, but it kind of adds to my Batman Forever kind of merchandising collection. And I have a whole shelf, a small shelf of Batman Forever merch and figures in my toy room. That's how much I enjoy the movie. So there we go, the last 4 things I picked up at Nexus Toy Fair. So there we go, a small haul, but a cool haul, I gotta say. So basically just focused on Batman and He-Man. So I wasn't expecting to see any of this stuff, and it's probably the smallest haul I've had from Nexus in quite some time. But I've got to try and find some space to put these cool Batman Forever stickers, the little discs, and the little interesting Brazilian party decorations. And yes, obviously the cool vintage figures as well. So thank you to everyone who came, stopped by the table and said hi to myself and my table mate Adrian. And yeah, it was really awesome just to see new faces and make new friends. And hopefully I'll see you at the next Nexus in April. Goodbye, geeks.